In this episode of American Greed, in a small American town on a peaceful cul-de-sac, a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home sits empty.
There's the house.
This is the house.
A mom, a dad, and 2 little boys, here one day and gone the next.
You guys say goodbye.
Bye.
How does a family of 4 just vanish from the face of the earth?
It appeared as though somebody had brought out a magic wand and just made them disappear.
And ultimately, no one knew what's happened to this family.
Now, new video could show the family crossing the Mexican border.
American Greed goes inside the years-long search for justice.
Family members have been waiting for this day to come.
From the reporters on the beat
How does something like this happen without some kind of answer?
to a grandfather in agony,
I didn't want to admit it. I knew I'd never see him again.
to a bone-chilling discovery in the desert,
It was blow after blow to a child's skull.
and a motive so petty it will take your breath away.
Someone who's brought into your business can turn on you when it comes to greed.
The idyllic town of Fallbrook, California, lies among the hills of North San Diego County and bills itself the avocado capital of the world.
It is nestled off the 15 freeway, and if you want to be close to the beaches, if you want to be close to downtown San Diego, it's a great hideaway, and it's a great place to raise a family.
It's here, on Avocado Vista Lane, that the McStay family decides to settle into a new home. 40-year-old Joseph, his 42-year-old wife, Summer, and their 2 little boys, 4-year-old Gianni and just-turned 3-year-old Joey Jr.
He loved being a father and a husband.
Patrick McStay is the father of Joseph and grandfather to his 2 little boys.
You could have given him all the millions in the world in business or whatever, and I don't think you could have ever got the smile out of him like he had when he was around his wife and his kids. I mean, that was his life.
What's up, dudes?
Wow, dude!
Joseph takes lots of videos of his kids to share with family.
I'm gonna get you, boy.
They were just a loving family, had just moved into this home in Fallbrook.
That's where we come in down our street. 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Now this is gonna be all white.
In fact, during that time period, they were still in the process of painting and getting it ready to raise a family.
The house. The here.
Yeah.
Summer takes the lead on painting and house projects and caring for their boys,
Go on, take your time.
while Joseph runs and promotes his growing water feature business called Earth Inspired Products, or EIP, selling decorative waterfalls.
The first year he had it, he did like $900,000. He was smart. He could sell, and he was trustworthy, and people liked him.
Joseph McStay is a born entrepreneur. He gets into the waterfall business while running his first enterprise, a beach gift shop, where he sees an opportunity to cut out the middleman.
He was buying these fountains that you sit on your desk that are made of slate and the water trickles down. And he said, I can make them for $22 a piece, selling for $225. Not a bad markup.
Joseph hires a web developer to create a website for direct-to-consumer shipping of his water features, and later expands the business to include custom projects. McStay's custom fountains can fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 apiece. McStay wants to expand this lucrative side of the business and begins working with a fabricator named Charles Chase Merritt.
Charles Merritt did the welding, creating some of the metalwork, the fountains, and Joseph was the businessman behind it all. And from all accounts, he was flourishing.
Joseph McStay starts landing huge custom contracts and even fields a buyout offer that he runs by his dad.
I told Joey, I said, just hang on. Wait a couple years, get those contracts, get it going, Then if you want to sell it, sell it. I said, because it'll be worth 5, 10 times what it's worth right now. And he had been offered over $1 million to sell out at the time. And he said, I think you're right, Dad. I want to hang on.
And look who's this.
His business is thriving. His wife and kids happy.
What's up, Jay? First bike ride ever.
Joseph McStay's home videos captured the optimism of a young family who seems to be making all the right moves.
Here comes the mama.
You could see that they were a very tight-knit family. They loved the beach. Joseph was a surfer, and you could see him instilling that type of life in his kids.
Taking a cruise on the beach. Surf is pretty good today.
An all-American family with a bright future ahead.
I'm having so much fun.
And a plan to move to the beach in a few years so Joseph can surf and the kids can grow up by the ocean.
Yeah, this is wintertime in Southern California. Still surf, plenty of sun. Paradise.
But that plan would never come to be. On February the 10th, 2010, Patrick McStay, who lives in Texas, rings up his younger son Michael and asks him to check on Joseph. He's concerned.
And I said, Michael, have you heard from your brother? I've been trying to reach him over the weekend, and this last week, I can't get hold of it. And I said, I'm worried.
Within a few days, Joseph McStay's close business associates are growing concerned as well and contact the family. His brother Michael climbs in through an office window. What he finds inside is disturbing. What appears to be family life interrupted.
The house was as if somebody just beamed them up to the Starship Enterprise. There was a couple bowls of, I believe, popcorn that they looked like the boys were eating, possibly watching TV. There was a carton of eggs on the table as if maybe Summer or Joseph, they were about to make some food or something. And the dogs, they had 2 dogs. They were just left there. It appeared as though somebody had brought out a magic wand and just made them disappear.
On Monday, February 15th, Michael McStay reports his brother's family missing to the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. Investigators search the residence and find absolutely no evidence of a struggle or forced entry.
I was working down in San Diego as a reporter, and one of my sources from San Diego County Sheriff's Department, he called me, and he said to me, Tony, there's a family missing in Fallbrook. Our detectives are up there at the house. This is gonna turn into something because it's very, very strange. We think they may have been kidnapped. We don't know.
2 months ago, the McStays moved into this quiet neighborhood. The couple's 2 young children, a 4- and a 3-year-old boy, are also missing.
No one seems to be able to make sense of the family's disappearance.
You know, there is a lack of a crime scene at the house when they go in. There's not, blood all over the place. So they're trying to ascertain what's happened to this family.
Sheriff investigators don't think the family left on a planned vacation. Last night, they went from door to door asking neighbors if they'd seen or heard anything.
They interviewed family members. They interviewed friends. They interviewed business partners. They interviewed anybody that had done business with Joseph McStay.
Okay, let's start with your name, Charles.
Charles Ray Merritt, M-E-R-R-I-T-T.
Detectives determined that Chase Merritt is the last known person to see Joseph McStay.
Joseph was one of my best friends, and obviously, and my business associate.
Merritt says he last saw Joseph McStay on the afternoon of February 4th when the two met at Chick-fil-A in Rancho Cucamonga to discuss their current projects.
As far as I know, well, I know for a fact the only person who saw at Chick-fil-A is me.
Why did Joseph come up here?
We just had to go over all kinds of money stuff, and matter of fact,
Merritt says he has no clue where Joseph could be.
What do you think happened to these guys?
I really have, I haven't been able to form any real explanation as to why Joseph would just disappear, because Joseph has no enemies whatsoever that I know of.
During the hour-long interview, San Diego detectives pick up on an oddity in how Chase Merritt is referring to Joseph McStay.
Do you think, or have you ever thought, when the summer and the kids are done.